beautiful collective. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Star, and I'm here to help you remember who you were before the world told you who you ought to be. This is, of course, a timeless reading. At the time that I am performing this reading, it is 7/7, which for some people is a kind of portal, 7 being a spiritual number, a Jupiter-esque portal, if you will, towards abundance, towards a future that you're trying to build, a fortune you're trying to create. And a few questions are coming up. There's been a very heavy feeling sitting on my heart. And the question of, why am I feeling stupid right now? What is this feeling of stupidity or foolishness? Where am I feeling foolish? Where is there a fear of being wrong or incorrect, or a fear of being too impulsive, or doing something without thinking about the actions or consequences? Where are you performing instead of playing? There's a door in front of you that you're being asked to step through, but there's a fear that's holding you back. The fear of not being good enough. There's a fear of sitting still. It's like we constantly have to go, to create, to perform, to produce, but we don't. We just need to relax. I pulled some cards from a couple different oracle decks. If you're interested in those, we have messages from your animal spirit guides, Queen of the Moon Oracle, and Earth Magic. As for the 2 tarot decks here, we have Cozy Witch Tarot and Catacorn Tarot, which I will be pulling from if we need additional insight. We're currently going through this period of deep emotional healing with the seagull appearing here. And anytime I get a bird in a reading, I always think about zooming out, taking a higher perspective, because we can't see what's directly in front of us sometimes. We can't see what we're stepping into or what we're stepping towards, because we're so hyper-focused on where we've been and how we're feeling, and we're guarded, and we're trying to fit into the world. But the only way that you're going to fit into the world is by being yourself and allowing yourself to stand out. Using both your intuition and your intellect to solve problems or get answers to your question. We can't logically think our way through emotional problems as much as we want to try. We have to listen to our hearts as well as our minds, right? Sometimes the mind plays tricks on you, but your heart can't lie. And I'm getting the sense that your heart feels sore, and it's like you can't, there's distrust in the heart. There's distrust in the self. Maybe because of the things that you've been trying to heal, you feel like you're looping over and over and over again through these situations. Polar bear, stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcome. If you've been experiencing bullying at all throughout your entire life, you don't need to sit and take that anymore. You're allowed to speak your mind. You're allowed to express the things that you enjoy. If somebody puts you down for expressing yourself, it's because they're uncomfortable with your expression. When they look at you, they see repressed parts of themselves that they pushed deep down. If they can't love that part of them in themselves, then they're going to take it out on you, who is able to freely express this part of yourself. This fear around being seen is present within you because when you tried to express yourself in the past, it was shot down by people who couldn't hold the light that you were giving, that you were shining. But you have a deep wisdom within you that wants to be shared. Two, 22. You have to allow yourself to step through that door. You keep reaching towards some goal. You've climbed the ladder already. You've gained all of the knowledge you need to put yourself out into the world. You just need to take the step and actually put it out there. Do it scared. Do it when you feel like it's not finished, right? There's a fear of perfection, a fear of not being good enough, a fear that if you put it out incomplete, that there will be maybe backlash, or people will make fun of it, or whatever the case may be. But these are the lies that your mind is telling you. Your heart is telling you, go for it, put it out there. And your mind is saying, no, don't do that, it's not ready yet. But your heart knows that it's ready. Follow the beat of your own drum. You're at a crossroads. I don't know what this instrument is, but to me it looks like a crossroads. You're at the crossroads and you're about to step through the threshold of something new. Follow the beat of your own drum. Face the music. Take a deep breath. This following the beat of your own drum goes back to the heart space. I don't know why breathing makes me think of the heart, but allow yourself to get lost in the music. is that the flow state. Allow yourself to move into the flow state. Thank you. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still, Chariot. You just gotta start moving in a direction, start moving through that door. Just take one small step, whatever that may be. If you want to make music, start playing around with a music tool. Think of different melodies, write song lyrics. If you want to make videos, set up your camera, hit play, sit there and stare at the lens for a minute if you need to. There are programs you can use to cut out that empty space if you need, but that's part of the message, is allowing yourself to sit in the empty space, sit in the in-between spaces. Sit in the silence. Listen to the music of the trees, the swaying in the wind. Pay attention to the space between your breaths. When you inhale, hold your breath. Feel what it feels like before you release. And then hold that breath. And feel what it feels like to be still. I'm seeing white birds in here again. Back to this seagull. Deep emotional healing. We have to move the energy through ourselves. What does that mean? What does that look like? Being playful. Thank you. Being playful, not working so hard. Allowing yourself to rest and receive. To bask in the beauty of where you are right now. To embark on your feminine side of nature. This balancing of the masculine and the feminine. The feminine isn't a lazy character, right? She is creating forms. She births new creations in the stillness, in the rest. It's not that she's laying and doing nothing. She is creating through her imagination. And then putting those things, those creations in the imagination, into something tangible. There's a gestation period after I guess you could call it an incubation period. Incubation, gestation. As I'm thinking of the feminine, I'm thinking of childbirth. And how creativity is very similar to childbirth. Right? You plant a seed. You give it time to grow. You give it love. You give it space. And it becomes a fruit. A person, if it's a baby. A piece of art. But it takes time, and you won't know what it's going to become until you're in the middle of it. And as you're working on these things as well, the more that you do, the better each one is going to get. So the first one that you make doesn't need to be perfect. It's going to have flaws, and that's okay. Imagine that the flaws are perfect as they are. And then you can refine your craft as you go. And maybe your first one is inspired by something that somebody else has done. That doesn't make you a copycat. That doesn't make you trying to steal their work, right? We learn through mimicry, through seeing how other people do things and exploring those avenues for ourselves to find what feels right for us. So over time, and I'm speaking, I think, to a group of artists here when I say this, over time you will find your own personal style by playing with the styles of others. And the more things that you try, the more you'll realize what you like and what you don't like. And that's how you find what is right for you. Whoever this message is for, you are a deeply creative individual. And it's almost as if you're paralyzed to create something new because of something that happened in your past. But this is suggesting that you need the outlet of creativity. You need to start moving toward the things that bring you joy, toward the things that make you feel alive. Whether that be music, whether that be art, whether that be whatever it may be, right? The universe is asking you to step up and step through the door. I'm so grateful for you. If you enjoyed this message, if it resonated with you, you can give it a thumbs up. Engage with me below. Tell me what kind of art you create. I love you so much. I wish you so much courage on your journey. Take care. Remember to balance your shadow and light.